Hello there and welcome to another video from Change, Tips and Tools. And here I am again, Phil, the Brummie that hails from Birmingham, England. This video is part 8 of our second Power BI training series where we will continue to add our visuals, and today I will introduce you to the power of the drill through capability of Power BI. Let's do this. Okay, in the last video we completed our portfolio budget page, so let's look at drill through, and let's focus on the drill through in this video where we want to go into our program and project level detail of our budget versus actuals, and we want to be able to drill through from a category, program and project perspective. So let's create, so we've got our project budget page, so let's add our background to this. So again, on the blank background, no visual selected, I'm going to do format your report page, choose canvas background, and then on the image here I'm going to do browse, and I'm going to take this one, which is template 6, Power BI background template 6, take that one and then make the transparency, take from 100% to 0, and there you go. So there's our background. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take this title here, I'm just going to copy it, Control C to copy it, go back to my projects budget page, and I'm going to do Control V. So let's just get this done first, the title, so let me change that. And there you go. So budgets versus actuals project summary. So what we're going to use is we're going to put one table on here, which is going to be our drill through. So over here, I'm going to select the table visual. And let's make this a bit bigger. To fill the page almost down to the bottom. Okay, that works. So first of all, we're going to need the category, program and project information. So let's go to the portfolio expert table here, and I'm going to drag, put my teeth back in here, drag the category over to columns. I'm going to drag the program below that, and finally I'm going to drag the project in there. So now we've got our mandatory, discretionary, etc. here, and all our programs and projects. Now let's pull through the year-to-date information. So the first thing that I want is my actual, so I'm going to drop that in, and let's rename it for this visual. So right click on it, rename for this visual, and I'm just going to change that to YTD for year-to-date actuals, and hit return. And then I'm going to drag and drop budgeting, again rename for this visual. And then we want our year-to-date variance, so let's drag that in and drop it, and again rename it for this visual. And then let's put year-to-date variance in there. And then we want the total actuals and budget, etc. So let's go to our budget data table now, and then let's drag the actuals in, and again just get rid of that sum of. So right click on it, rename for this visual, just make that actuals, do the same for budget. Let's bring in the variance. And let's bring in the variance percentage as well. Okay, so those are all our categories. Now, if you remember, we created all these measures in the previous video in part 7 of this training series, and also we've got the measures here. We've got the variance RAG, and we've got the variance status, and also the year-to-date equivalents as well. So this really makes this really quick for us now. So all we've got to do is that we want so on the variance here, year-to-date variance, I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to do conditional formatting and choose font color. As far as the format style, I'm going to choose field rule. And then from the year-to-date table, I'm going to choose the year-to-date variance RAG there. I'm going to make sure it applies it to the values and totals, and then I'm going to click OK. Right, so that's formatted. Now we want the icon on our year-to-date variance. So again, on the year-to-date variance here, I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to do conditional formatting, choose icons, and again, format style, field value. Again, from the year-to-date table, I'm going to choose the year-to-date or YTD variance VAR percentage status here. Select that. I want the icon to appear to the right of the data. And again, I'm going to make sure the values and totals here, so it impacts both. And this is just simply the alignments here within the row. And I'm going to click OK. And there we've got it. So now you've got the icon. Then all we've got to do is do the same thing to our variance here. So again, right click on that one, conditional formatting, font color, format style, field value. And now we're going to use the budget data measures that we created. So we want the variance RAG. Again, apply it to values and totals and click OK. And then finally, we've got the variance here, percentage. And again, I'm going to right click on that, conditional formatting, icons, and again on the format style, field value. The field I'm going to use, I'm going to go into the budget data table, and I'm going to select the variance VAR percentage status here. Again, I want it to be on the values and totals, and I want the icon to appear to the right of the data. And I'm going to click OK. Boom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Format. I'm just going to go to Column Headers. I'm going to make them bold. Wonderful. And I'm just going to make these a little bit wider. Okay. Then I'm going to go to General, Effects. I'm going to make the background 20% transparent. I'm going to switch on the visual border. Again, let's make that light blue and give it rounded edges. So I'm going to do 10 there in rounded corners, and then I'm going to switch the shadow on. So I'll just click off that now. So we've now got the detail, and at the moment we've got everything in there. So with this visual selected, we've got this section here. So on the add data to your visual, you'll see you've got this drill through piece. So anything to do with cross report, it means that it will apply this across the report. This is a detail page based on a master. So this is a slave to our budget information on other pages. So we don't want the cross report switched on. As far as the keep all filters, so any filters are applied to the master page, when we drill through to this page, we want to keep those. But we need to tell it what fields to drill through on. And obviously if I then go to the portfolio XFR, this is where we've got, and again, it's all about that data modeling, etc. Is that I'm going to take the category and I'm going to drop it in there. And then I'm going to take the program, and you'll see, based on the fact that I've just dropped that in there, you'll see this arrow icon has appeared. This automatically appears, which means then we can navigate back to the page that we drilled into this from. So just make that point there. I'm then going to take the program, I'm going to drop that in, and then finally I'm going to drop the project in also. So basically we can drill through to this visual based on these category, program and project. So now if I go to, say, the portfolio budget page here, and here if I right click on program there, for example, I'm getting this drill through option, and I can drill through to the projects based on that program. So if I click that, you'll now see I've drilled through to program A. And let me just show you one thing here. So if I look at these values here, and I'm just going to take this keyboard filters, I'm going to take that off. So look at these values. So if I then go back to, I'm going to hold down the control key to click this button. So let me apply an actual filter, would be useful. So let's go to end of April, just to really show you visually what this does. So if I right click and drill through to projects and budget, you still got 840 because we've got this switched off. If I then go back, and I've switched it on now, keep all filters, and I drill through on that again, you can now see it's applied the filter from that parent page. So that's why that's switched on. Now, whilst you're experimenting with this, if you want to get rid of the the filter that's been applied, I mean, ultimately, if I go control back and say, for example, I want to look at mandatory items here, I can right click on that and drill through from that also. And again, it's showing me everything related to mandatory. So it's showing me all the programs and projects that are related to that, and I can see that information in here. And again, I can even, if I wish, just go to one project, drill through. It just shows me a single project and what that belongs to. And I can do that from the portfolio page here. So I can't do it from here. If I right click on architect, I'm not getting that drill through option here. But here, if I do it from program A again, I can do a drill through to project budgets. So that's how the drill through works. Extremely powerful. And so we've now got our portfolio summary. We can drill through to our projects budget from there. We've got our portfolio budget. Again, we can drill through from there. And we also have our portfolio resources, and we won't have any drill through to our project budgets from there. So very powerful. And if you want to get rid of the filter, especially when you are building this and analyzing the information and testing it, if I want to get rid of that filter here, so if I go down to here, you can see I'm just going to untick the filter, and then it's all back again. So that's where I'll end the video and the introduction to the power of drill throughs. In the next video, which will be the last video of this training series 2 on Power BI, we will complete all the resourcing and then publish it to our workspace on Power BI. I hope you found this informative. If so, please remember to click that like, subscribe, and smash that notifications button for future content. And as always, I wish you a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Please take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video from Change, Tips and Tools. Bye bye now.